What's up, guys? Holyknight Atlas, bringing you the Black Clover review, 159. This chapter was very, very, very good. 5 out of 5. We had a continuation of that elf Vorgard, not Vorgard, but Knight, Magic Knight, versus Asta and Yuna. And they were doing pretty good in the beginning, until Asta realized that the father of the church they were raising, he noticed that he was laid out on the floor hurt. So he was like, hey, take care of this for me. Yuna was like, oh, I'll be done quick. You know how Yuna is. Gotta love his character. But you see Asta, he goes over there. He tries to, negate with his first sword, the negation sword. Doesn't work. So, the father was like, oh, even though this is an illusion, I'm happy to see you. You're energetic as always, And they had that common moment. It was good. And seeing the kids and Lily there, watching all this as this unfolds, and you have fighting in the background. And I'm not sure if we've seen this before, but we could see Yuna in his elf form use Mana Zone. Very powerful ability. So that's very interesting. Can't wait to see how that plays out in the future. Hopefully he gets to keep it. And this elf-like transformation. Since Asta has a transformation, why not him? And since he has a new ability, Asta got a new ability. Because Asta got a new sword. He has the sword that Lush was using a couple of chapters back. 2 chapters back, to be honest. But yeah, and that sword seems to be a fusion of his negation sword and his absorption sword. So, seeing that is pretty interesting. Can't wait. See how he interacts with other people and how he uses it in battle. And see what other abilities he get. Since Yuna has Mana Zone and that elf transformation, and we seen Asta, he got his darkness transformation, and now he got a new skill, a new blade with new skill, his new sword. So that's interesting to see. And I want to see how many swords he gets. Because every time Asta gets a new ability, it comes in the shape of a sword, not a spell, because he can't use magic. So seeing that's gonna be interesting, and seeing how the father and the kids in the end of the chapter just go up and hug him and say, hey, thanks Asta for saving us, and all that sentimental value stuff. Can't wait for next chapter. Even though the end of this chapter got me pretty hype, because this is the end of the chapter that things really kicks off, because we're gonna have Magna and Vanessa versus Luck in his elf form. So that's gonna be hectic. But what worries me is, can they win? Don't get me wrong, Vanessa's no weakling, and neither is Magna. I mean, they may not have high ranks in the Magic Knights, but they have very interesting powers, and they do know how to fight. It just, Luck has always been that heavy power hitter and speedster, because he got electric magic. Not to mention that he got this elf reincarnation on him spell. So it's his power amped. So even though it's 2 against 1, Luck is literally 2 people in 1. So it's this can go either way. I'm not saying that they're gonna lose, but I don't see them dying, but they can get badly hurt. So that worries me. And yeah, I'm super hyped for next chapter. Can't wait. Too bad it always comes out on Fridays, not earlier, but still, it was a really good chapter. Loved it. Can't wait to see. We didn't get to see Nazel or Noelle in this chapter and the group that they're with. So maybe next chapter we skip over to them. They should be in the capital by then. So we'll probably get that in the Luck versus Magna and Vanessa fight next week. So, but yeah, this was a really good chapter. I loved it. I can't wait for Asta to get more swords and stuff, and see where Yuna is and all that. Like I said last week, I'm happy that they're advancing, and hopefully Black Clover, Black Clover fan base is love and hate right now. So even though the chapters lately has been really, really good, so hopefully the best of luck to them, and hopefully they get more stuff. But yeah, just this fight was awesome. Just seeing Asta go in with that new sword and just one-shotting them. I mean, I don't really like one-shot fights, but this one made sense. I mean, he was fighting elf version of Yuna for a while until Asta popped on with his new sword, and we seen that sword is OP, so it does make sense. But yeah, tell me what you guys think of this chapter. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll catch you next time. Holyknight Atlas, signing out.